Hello everyone, welcome to an afternoon of training with Callie. She is such a special horse and we're so excited to bring you along. First of all, I want to say that this is probably our 5th or 6th round pen session, mainly just working on moving her forward and just getting her used to all my tools and everything and getting used to actually having a job. So my first couple of moments is really just like, hey, as she plays around, just move forward, let's get you moving, let's get your mind thinking. She's a super smart horse and she picks up things pretty good, so we're trotting around. She is kind of on the lazy side, so it takes a lot of oomph to get her moving. And right now I'm not too picky on whether or not she stays on the outside of the round pen as long as we have forward motion. We're always working on forward motion because we cannot work with a horse who has sticky feet. That is when they get kind of dangerous. You kind of don't know what they're going to do. So Miss Callie here, I have to remind her, hey, stay trotting. Hey, keep moving. Hey, don't play with your friends, because over to the right, there is 3 horses tied up. So it can be kind of distracting. But it proves to show how smart she is by just after 5 or 6 round pen sessions, I can get her to go around in relative ease. I say that as she tries to smell something here and wants to play, but I don't get on to that because, again, it's forward motion. We're just always going for forward motion. Basically what I like to do when I first start out in the round pen is get one forward motion and then kind of see if I can play around with that, if I can get faster forward motion, extended, shortened, just see what I got there, see if we're clicking mentally, like if she's with me or not. And here in the next couple of minutes, you'll see I'll kind of start changing directions with her. That's again just to try to get her feet to keep moving forward in a motion, and try to get her attention put on me instead of everything else that's going around. Like, there's so many distractions for a 2-year-old, so you kind of have to be lenient with them in some ways and then be like, hey, come back to me. So here we have a little change of direction here. If you stuck around for this long, I applaud you. There's nothing real exciting at this point, but to me, this is the most exciting point when you can really get them changing direction and understanding what you want. See, like here, she's like, I'm not for sure what you're asking, but I'll go. And when she does go, I relieve the pressure and she moves on. See, I'm not too worried about her cutting my arena off or whatever. That'll come later with the more experience she gets in the round pen, the more she wants to be on the outside round compared to being inside with me all the time. She's a very friendly colt and she really likes to be with a person, so really pushing her away has been kind of the target of our round pen sessions. Also, just getting her used to having a job. Having a job that is not on top of me is the goal. Here in this next section, you'll see what a colt who has sticky feet does. She likes to kind of kick out at you. She's like, I don't want to move my feet. I don't want to move. So I keep asking and she kind of kicks at me. It's never wholehearted with her. There's a difference between a colt who actually wants to kick out at you and one that doesn't. And this one doesn't actually. She just gets sticky feet. And that's where I just try to always keep forward motion, forward motion, forward motion. These turns are not as smooth as I would want them. But again, this is our 6th round pen session. So I'm not overly concerned about it right now. That'll come with more age, more maturity from her. She's just turning 2, so I'm not too concerned with that. Here we have a really nice gait, and here I try to pull all of my, as much as I can, the pressure off of her. She wants to keep stopping at this gate because I stopped her there before, so we crave the stop with this one, very much so, and that's really exciting. And then finally, Brittany got a really cool slow-mo of me finally asking her for the lope off. I really hadn't asked her a lot up until now because I really wanted her to get the fundamentals at a walk and a trot first. But after that, next little section here, it'll get there, and we finally have a really nice lope off. And she made a mistake here, so I'm not gonna get onto her a bit. She turned to the outside, which I'm not fond of, and she's just figuring it out how to move at a faster rate. So I just recorrect, ask for that lope off again, and then I'll ask for the change of direction until she gives me what I want at that speed. Nothing to get worried about. It's a Colt thing. They'll get it together. I'm not worried about leads. I'm not worried about hind leads. I'm just worried about forward motion and can I change your direction. She wants to get a little fast. That's fine too, which is really funny because she's not designed to go that fast. But she tries her hardest. And here, there's a little sass at here, but again, I'm not too worried about it because it'll all work itself out. The more she realizes, oh, this is our new normal, this is my job, this is what I'm supposed to do, the easier it gets. See, I slow her down here. Instead of asking it from a lope, I stop her and ask her to turn directions where she's comfortable at. And I think that's key, is that if you find that you're at a higher speed or a different gait than what that horse is working at and they give you the wrong answer, it's because they're not comfortable at that gait. So what I do, I try to ask for it and then ask for a slow down, then change a direction, and that tends to help the brain catch up to their body. She has a really nice lope off here, and I'm really excited just to see how her body moves. It's so cool to watch and see how she's going to progress through the years. Really excited about her quality of movement. Her craving for that stop is really cool. And this turn here was exactly everything that I wanted. So I stopped there, pulled all pressure off, and this next clip you'll see her coming up to me as I pull all that pressure off, which is another really cool moment. Even though she sniffs the little step stool there instead of me, I'm okay with that because she's okay with coming into my space. I want her to know that everything's cool. I just have to ask you to do certain things and you've got to do them now. Now you have a job. So I always call this welcome to the big leagues. And I always try to make sure they're linked up with me and that there's no hard feelings, and just have them follow me around. I find that this helps a lot with like leading. If you have a younger horse that isn't quite too sure on leading, I always feel that when they're hooked up like this, it's time to quit them. Thanks for joining me and Callie. See you next time.